Hello friends, I am Lakshmi Kant. Hope you all are fine, my dear. Dear, in this part, phylum Chordata. This one is phylum Chordata, and this one is the last phylum of animal kingdom, my dear. And this part is also what last? That is part 9. See, dear, in this very phylum, what we have studied. So here, this one is the phylum so important, so fantastic, and superb and mind-blowing. Because in this one phylum, we all are belong. Okay, so we belong in this valley phylum. So this one is very interesting phylum to all of you. So you just get clear concept here before we start. Just you have to be just take out your pen and copy and write down that all the things that whatever the things is important. Okay, let's start. Dear, this phylum chordata. You know the meaning of chordates. It means that the origins which has vertebral column. So see how I am writing here. I'm writing here the phylum Chordata. That is what? See, in vertebral column, you know that the first point, I'm writing here the first point of phylum Chordates. That is what in vertebral column, in vertebral column. What I'm saying? In vertebral column, notochord replaced by notochord. What I'm saying? Notochord replaced by which one? That is what, my dear? Vertebral column. See that what I'm saying here. I'm saying here, dear, in phylum Chordata, in vertebral column, notochord is replaced by what I'm saying. The in vertebral notochord is replaced by, not in vertebral column. Here I'm going to write what? In vertebral notochord is replaced by vertebral column. So this one is the correct line. Okay, this one way you say. So in vertebral notochord is replaced by what? Vertebral column. So we all have what? Vertebral column. That is what arises from the brain stem. Yes or no? Yes. And up to where? Up to hip. Clear? Up to what? Hip, my dear. Okay. Now the first point is clear. Now second point. What the second point is here? Here in higher chordates, it means in complex multi-organisms, in higher chordates, that is what I'm saying about the complex multi-cell organisms. In higher chordates present in embryonic stage. Present in what? Embryonic stage, my dear. Correct? Now, what the symmetry of this phylum Chordata? This very phylum Chordata. See what I'm saying? They are what? Bilateral symmetrical. What I'm saying? They are what? Bilateral. We also bilateral symmetrical. When we cut from a center, then they divide into two equal parts. They are what? Bilateral symmetrical. What I'm saying? Bilateral symmetrical. So if I'm saying here bilateral symmetrical, this one is what? Bilateral symmetrical. That is said to be a body plan. That is what? Bilateral symmetrical. And then after that is what I'm saying here, triploblastic. This one is what? Germ layer. Triploblastic, my dear. Okay, so triploblastic, whatever the coelom, yes, we all have coelomate, definitely. We all have what? Coelomate. And level of coordination, tell me, with organ system level of coordination. With organ system level of what? Organization. See, organ system level of coordination. See, here the 3 points is very similar. Whatever the things that whatever I told in previous lecture, In basically, they are bilateral symmetrical. That is the symmetry here clear. Triploblastic germ layer is clear. Coelomate, it means what? They have coelom, body cavity, as well as the level of ornation also clear. That is with organ system level of organization, right? Now, so if this all point is clear, my dear, now the point is here that is very important to know here. That is the fourth point here. They poses, what they poses? They poses a post anal tail. What I'm saying? A post anal. We also have a tail, but that is what post anal tail. But that tail is that rudimentary part that is not any used inside our body. Okay, they possess a post anal tail and a closed circulatory system. And a what? Closed circulatory system. So if I'm saying here that a closed circulatory system, then what I'm saying here, the blood passes through blood vessels here, right? See, closed circulatory system. Now, this one is the important thing. If I'm saying here the closed circulatory system, it means what? It means that blood passes through, blood passes, wait a moment, blood passes through, what I'm writing, through blood vessels. Blood passes through what? Through blood vessels, my dear. You all know the blood vessels of how many types? Three types. That is what? That is what? Artery. Number one, that is what? Artery. Second one is what? Vein. Second one is what? Vein. And third one is what, my dear? Third one is what? Capillaries. Third one is what? Capillaries. Is that correct? Is that correct? Now see. Here, if I'm saying that the blood passes through blood vessels, here it means what? The circulatory system is here is what? Closed circulatory system, right? It means that whenever we need energy, we get the energy in the form of blood. But the thing is here is that how we get energy. We get the energy in the form of blood. But how the blood passes through their body? They can pass through their blood vessels. That blood vessels, that is artery, veins and capillaries. Now see, if anybody can ask you about the circulatory system, what does it contains? This circulatory system contains, it contains number one, heart. Second thing is what? Blood. And third one is what? Blood vessels. Blood vessels, BV. Okay. So this one is the very important thing whenever we am talking about the circulatory system, because any circulatory system contains these three parts: heart, blood and blood vessels. Okay, we will discuss these all very things in a topic of class 11th, that is a circulatory system, that is blood, body fluid and circulation. There is a topic in class 11th. I will discuss that very things in details. Now, next thing. See what the clips of NCRT. Here NCRT tell us here what? See what the NCRT tell here. See, animals belonging to phylum Chordata are fundamentally characterized by presence of what? Notochord. Correct? See, this one is the statement also I am given here. A vertebral column, notochord. See here, the notochord. And this notochord is replaced by which one? This one. This one is what? Vertebral column, my dear. I will just written here the things that whatever the NCRT given. Okay. Wait a moment. See, this one is the what? Phylum cord. Fundamental notochord, a dorsal hollow nerve cord. Which one type of nerve cord we all have? Dorsal, that is backside, dorsal hollow nerve cord, paired pharyngeal gill slits. Okay. Yes, I will discuss this one thing little bit after. They are which one type? Bilateral symmetrical. See here, bilateral symmetrical. This one the symmetry. Germ layer. Which one the germ layer? Triploblastic. Coelom, coelomate. We all have body cavity and level of organization. That is what organ system level of organization. See that all thing is written here or not? Definitely, sir. They poses a what post-anal tail, just a tail here, and what a closed circulatory system. Clear? Now, next thing that is very important to know here, that what the differences between chordates and non-chordates media. Here I am writing what differences between what chordates and what non-chordates. Non-chordates media. Clear? So write down in a column one by one. We have to know here that the difference between chordates and non-chordates. See, write down in a one column chordates. Okay. So see, first point in chordates. What the in chordates we say here? Notochord present. Yes or no? Definitely here. Notochord present here. Correct? Number one. Number two. Central nervous system is present. CNS. Yes, dear. Here CNS is also present. But CNS is where? CNS is in dorsal. What are you saying? Is dorsal. Dorsal means what? Backside. Ventral means what? Front region. Lateral means what? Sideward region. Central nervous system is yes, but it is where? It is in dorsal region. Now, the third one is what? Pharynx. What about the pharynx, my dear? Pharynx. Yes, pharynx perforated by gill slits. Pharynx perforated by what? Gill slit. See what I'm writing here? Gill slits. Okay. Now, if anybody can ask you about the heart, where the heart? Heart is ventral. That is outer region. Heart is what? Ventral. See, heart is what, my dear? Ventral. I am saying. Heart is what? Ventral. Clear? Now, fifth point is here what? Fifth point, a post-anal tail. Yes. A post-anal tail is what? Present. The same thing is also written in your NCERT. Okay. Yes, tell. So this one is what? All the points of chordates. Now I'm going to write the points of which one? Which one points? Non-chordates. Here I'm writing non-chordates. See, in green color I'm writing what the point of non-chordates. Is there a notochord present? No, my dear. Here notochord is absent. Notochord is absent here. Correct? Yes. First point. Is the central nervous system is here? No, my dear. Central nervous system is here, but the central nervous system is not in dorsal. CNS is what? Ventral. Ventral means what? That is outer ventral part. Yes, central nervous system is what? Ventral. But here is the word solid. Here is what? Solid and double. Solid and what I'm saying? Double, my dear. Correct? Now, the third point in non-chordates, that is what? Gill slits is present. No, my dear, gill slits is absent here. Gill slits are what? Gill slits are absent. Okay. Now, heart is where? Heart is here ventral in chordates, while heart is dorsal. That is what? Dorsal, my dear. Correct? Now, fifth point that is very important about the post-anal tail here. Is post-anal tail is present here? No, my dear. Post-anal tail is absent. Clear? So this one is the basic differences about what? This one is what? Chordates. This one is what? Chordates. And this one is what? This one is what? About non-chordates. Correct? So this one is the basic differences between the chordates and non-chordates, my dear. Also, this all thing is clear. Now, the time here to see the diagram of the chordates, or you say the characteristics of the chordates, what the chordates looks like. So this one is the diagram given in your NCERT also. See, this one is the nerve cord. This one is what? This one is the nerve cord. See, this one. I'm marking here. This one is what? Nerve cord, my dear. This one is what? Nerve cord. Hope so. You're getting this one thing. See, this one. This one is what? Nerve cord. This one is what? Nerve cord, my dear. And beside the nerve cord, this one is what? Notochord. See, this one is what? Notochord. Right? This one is the post-anal part. Post, that is back side. Anal part. This one is the gill slits. This one is what? Gill slits. That is in pair of gill slits. See, if I'm saying here, see what I'm saying here. There is no need to write here. See, if I'm saying here that ectodermal, if I'm saying here what? Ectodermal, phylum chordates, ectodermal. So if I'm saying here about the nerve cord, what I'm saying about the nerve cord, this nerve cord is what? Ectodermal. Is originated from where? Ectodermal. Yes. And ectodermal, which is present where? In non-chordates. Okay, nerve cord, which is present where? It is present where? In non-chordate. A non-chordate, you see? Non-chordate. So if I'm saying here the non-chordates, so here the chordate is what? Ventral. Then after you understand solid, and what? Double. And what is say? Double. So here the non-chordates, that is what? Ventral, that is in the front region, solid and double. Clear? Now, if I'm saying about the what? Notochord. So this one is the what? Notochord. So it originated from mesodermal. It originated from what? Mesodermal, my dear, which is present only. It present only which one? Which one? That is notochord. Which one? Notochord. Wait for a moment. What I'm writing here? What I'm writing here? Wait for a moment. I'm writing here what? Notochord. See, is present only where? In notochord. See, notochord. So see, if I'm saying here the nerve cord, it means what? It originated from ectoderm. It originated from what? Ectoderm. Correct? Ectoderm. But if I'm saying here about the notochord, it originated from where? Mesoderm. Where it originated? From mesoderm. Ectoderm is present only where? In non-chordates, and what the way? That is ventral, solid and double. But while in notochord, it is originated from mesodermal, it is present only in what? Notochord. It is present only, sorry my dear, it is present only what I'm writing here, not notochord, you say. because I am representing about the notochord, na? So there is no need to write here notochord. Here need is what to write present only chordates. Correct? Sorry. Mesoderma. It present only what? Chordates. Where it is only present? Only present in chordates. And this one is what? The post-anal. This one is what? Post-anal part. Okay? Of phylum chordates. And this one is what? The gill slit. This one is what? Gill slits. This one is what? Gill slits. Now see, whatever I'm saying about the chordates, so here the chordates is which one type? That is what? Dorsal. Here the dorsal as well as what? Hollow. Hollow. And third one is what? Single. Third one is what? Single nerve cord. Hope so clear? Now, again, I am going to tell you about these all things. Here, the figure of chordate. Okay. Here, the figure of chordate. So, the two things is here. That is, one is what? Nerve cord. That is on upper region. Notochord just in the lower region. So, nerve cord is originated from ectoderm, which is mainly present in non-chordata. So, where it is found? That is ventral, solid, and double. While the notochord is originate from mesodermal, it present only in chordates, and that is found where? That is dorsal, on the back side, hollow, and what? Single nerve cord. Clear? Clear? This one thing is clear? Okay, my dear. So now, if I'm talking about the chordata, see, if I'm talking about what? Chordata. Chordata. So here the chordata is what? Solid. What am I saying? Solid. Second thing is that is what? Elastic. That is what, my dear, I'm saying? Elastic. Third one I'm saying what? That is a rod-like structure. Rod-like. And fourth one is what? Present below the nerve cord. Present below. Where? Below the nerve cord. Below the what? Nerve cord, my dear. Just a minute. Nerve cord. Nerve cord. See this one diagram. See this one diagram. Here the notochord present where? Below the nerve cord. So that's why I'm writing here present below the nerve cord. Now, above alimentary canal. This one is also important. Above which one? Alimentary. Above alimentary canal. So this one is the very important points that you have to be keep in mind. That words, if anybody can ask you about the chordata, then what the chordata? That is solid, number one. Second thing is elastic. Third one is rod-like. Present where? Below the nerve cord, above alimentary canal, my dear. Okay, clear? Now, the point, if thing is clear here, now the things that we have to be see what the difference is given between chordates and non-chordates. Okay, so I was told in previous slide also here the difference between chordates and non-chordates. The same thing is here also given in your NCERT. So check it here. The comparison between chordates and non-chordates. We comparison this one thing. This one is also given in your NCERT also. So that's why I am telling you. Here in chordates, notochords is present while the notochord is absent. Just right here. Central nervous system, CNS, you say, is in where? Dorsal region. But how? Hollow and what? Single. But when I'm talking about a non-chordates, central nervous system, CNS, is what? Ventral, solid, and what? Double. This one is the important thing that is very important, which may be asked in your examination. Third difference is, or you say the comparison between chordates and non-chordates. Pharynx are perforated. Perforated means what? Minute openings. By what? Gill slits. But here gill slits are what? Absent, my dear. Correct? Now, where the heart is here in chordates? Heart is ventral. That is in the front region. While the heart is where? Heart is what? Dorsal, my dear. If present. Okay? Now, what about the post-anal part? See here, a post-anal part. that is tail is present, while here post-anal tail is what? Absent. So this one is the comparison between chordates and non-chordates, my dear. Hope so. Everything is clear. So that whatever I was told in this previous slide, that all thing is be what given in your NCRT also. So that's why I am making a clip here so that you can realize that the things that what I am telling to you right now, that all the things is given in your NCRT also. Okay. See, this comparison is also clear. Now, the time to dear here understand what the classification of what chordata. So here how we classify the chordata, my dear. So this one is very important to know. Okay, let's see one by one. See, if I'm saying here about the classification of chordata, classification of what? You say chordata, here the group 1, here the group 1, protochordata. Clear? And second one is what? Group number 2. Group number 2, that is euchordata. So if I'm saying here that the protochordata, see what I'm saying here, protochordata. Listen, if I'm saying here about protochordata, what I'm saying here, protochordata. If I'm saying here about the protochordata, it means that it is also called acarinata. Acarinata. It means that they doesn't having a what brain, you say. Okay, that is acarinata. Acraniata. Acraniata. See here, I am also written here acraniata. So acraniata, or you say the lower chordates. This one is what? Totally what? Lower chordates. Lower chordates. And this lower chordates is further divided into their subphylum, my dear. That the subphylum is here is what? Eurochordata. Check here. This one is Eurochordata and Cephalochordata. Yes. Listen carefully. First we classify that all the chordates. Then after we go through in details, my dear. Okay. Getting? So whatever the proto means what? First chordata. That is acarinata. Lower chordates. Okay. And further this lower chordates having further subphylum, that is Eurochordata and Cephalochordata. What the meaning of cephalo? Cephalo means head. Okay. Cephalo means what? Head, my dear. Correct. So we understand these all things. Notochord persists throughout the life. That is the branchiostomata, and you saw the know the name of Amphioxus. Okay, I will tell you in details these all things. Clear? Now, what about, my dear, euchordata? You know euchordata here. That is the what? Here I'm writing. Here I'm going to write what? Euchordata. It is also known as what? Craniata. Clear? So here the subphylum, that is called vertebrata. Okay, that is what? Vertebrata. Here it means that cranium present. So euchordata means what? Cranium present. Cranium present. But while when I am talking about the protochordata, here the cranium absent. Here the what? Cranium absent, my dear. Clear? Clear? Everything is clear? Now see whatever I am saying. Here the subphylum euchordata, that is vertebrata. Vertebrata further be divided into their subdivision, that is aganetha and ganethostomata. So if I'm saying here that the aganetha, it means that they have jaw, but lack of jaw is there. Aganetha, na? So that's why lack of jaw. But here when I'm saying about the ganethostomata is means what? Deer's jaw. So this one is the division of what? Subphylum vertebrata. Further, this aganetha, that is lack of jaws, further divided into classes, That is first, that is what? Cyclostomata. Yes, cyclostomata. And further, the bear's jaw further classified into different classes. That is a super class. That is what? Pisces, and second one is what? Tetrapoda. You know the tetrapoda? Tetra means four, poda means feet. The organisms which having 4 feet is known as what? Tetrapoda. Further, the superclasses Pisces further be divided into two parts, that is chondriocytes and osteocytes. See here, the first one is what? Chondriocytes and osteocytes. We give you in details, but but you have to be first focused here that what the classification of chordates. Okay. Further, the superclasses tetrapoda is further classified into different classes. That is in 4 classes, my dear. Number one, amphibia. Second one is reptilia. Third one is apes. And see here, fourth one is what? Mammalia. Is that clear? Is that clear? So these all are the classification of chordates. You have to be keep in mind this one thing. Go through that all these things and write in your copy. At least, dear, whenever you write at 5 times, it obviously you all revise these all things. Okay. So once you have not right now, then it is impossible to revise all that very things, my dear. So you have to be right first. Okay. So make the video pause. Make the video pause here and go through that very things. Write down in your copy at least how much times? 5 times. Clear? Okay. So now see, I'm going to tell you about in details all the things. See, in vertebrata, there further is division. That is subphylum of vertebrata. That is what? Aganatha. Aganatha means lack of jaw. But before we have to be find here the different classification of vertebrata. Here, that is very important to know here about what? The classification of chordates. If the classification of chordate is clear, then here is also important to classify this one thing, vertebrata also. Just see, the subphylum vertebrata is further divided into divisions. That is what? Aganatha, lackjaw, ganathostome, bear jaw. See, this one is just given in your NCRT. This one is given now. Just check it over there. And these all things is also given in NCRT. Now, the thing is here that how we go ahead, how we move ahead on this very phylum chordata. Correct? So let's see, my dear. Here, I'm going to move how. Let's see. Before this one thing, I have to just tell here that the classes what the cyclostomata. Here, you know why I'm starting here the cyclostomata, my dear. Here, see, if I'm saying here about the classes of Aganatha, that is lack of jaw classes is be there. There is the word cyclostomata. Clear? Cyclostomata. Right? Now see. Here I'm going to start from where? Cyclostomata, the first class. Aganatha. Clear? Which one class I'm going to start here? Number 1. That is cyclostomata, my dear. From here we have to start. Clear? So class, this one is the what? This one is the class. This one is what? Class. So which one class? First, cyclostomata. Here, if I'm saying here that the cyclostomata, see how we understand this one. See, my dear, if anybody can ask you about the cyclo, then it means what? Cyclo means what? Circular. Cyclo means what? Circular. And stomata means what? Sucking mouth. Stomata means what, my dear? Stomata means sucking. What I'm writing here? Sucking mouth. Sucking mouth. Stomata means what? Mouth. So circular sucking mouth. If I find that the circular sucking mouth, then it belongs to which one classes? Cyclostomata. Now see, here what we have to know here first. Here the first point, number A. Here what I'm writing here, all living members See here, all living members are what? Are all living members of the class which one? Cyclostomata, cyclostomata, cyclostomata are which one? Are parasite, but which one type of parasite? Here I'm writing ectoparasite. What I'm writing here? Ectoparasite. See, ectoparasite I'm saying. So see, all living members of the class Cyclostomata are ectoparasite. And you know the ectoparasite, whenever the organisms leave or derive nutrients from host body cell, from where? Outside the host body cell. Then it is known as what? Ectoparasites. Where? Where ectoparasite? On some feces. On some feces, my dear. So this one is the first A point. Now the second point of Cyclostomata. Yep. See, they have an what? Elongated. What I'm saying dear, see, elongated. Elongated का मतलब क्या होता है? लंबा. Elongated body. Elongated body. What here? Bearing how much pair of gills? 6 to 15. 6 to 15 pairs of what? Gill slit. This one is important thing. Write down gill slits. For what purpose? 6 to 15 pair of gill slits. For what purpose? For respiration. For what I'm writing here? For respiration. This is the second point. Now, the third point is here is what? The cyclostomes, that is a circular sucking mouth. Cyclostomes, see here, the cyclostomes have a sucking, have a what? Sucking mouth. Sucking, which one type of mouth? Sucking and circular mouth. Sucking and what? Circular mouth, my dear. Okay, is there any jaw? No, without jaw. Without jaw, my dear. Correct. Their body is what? Next point is here, very important to know. Their body is devoid of, their body is what I'm saying, devoid. What the meaning of devoid? Na hona, devoid of what? Scales. Here the body is not any scales and paired fins. And what I'm writing here? And paired fins, my dear. What I'm saying? Paired fins. Correct? See, here the cranium and vertebral columns. Write down here first. Then after I told you about all these things, here's the cranium. Cranium is the hard bony plate which protect the brain. Cranium and what I'm saying, vertebral column. Vertebral column. What? Are cartilaginous. Are made up of cartilage. So that's why I'm saying here what? Cartilaginous. Yes, that is soft. Cartilaginous. Clear? So now, if anybody can ask you about the circulatory system, so what type of circulatory system is here? Circulatory system is closed type. Circulatory system is what? Closed type. See what I am saying here. If here I am saying about the cyclostomata, नहीं तो ये cyclostomata है कैसा? Having a circular sucking mouth, जिसकी mouth कैसी है? Circular है, sucking mouth है. Now, what the point to be remember here in this very cyclostomata? Here the first point to be remember that what? All living members of the class cyclostomata are ectoparasites. So if I am saying here the ectoparasite, it means that they live on another organisms to derive the nutritions. So which one that very organisms to derive the nutrition? That is on feces. Now, second point, they have elongated body bearing. Elongated body bearing, that is 6 to 15 pair of gill slits for the respiration, right? Now, this cyclostomata having what? Sucking and circular mouth without jaw. They doesn't having any jaw. Their body is devoid of a gills and what? Paired fins. Cranium and vertebral column are made up of cartilaginous, and finally the circulatory system is closed type. It means that the blood passes through blood vessels. Now, cyclostomata, or you say the cyclostomes. Here, very important point to be know here, my dear, that what I am writing. See, cyclostomata. What I am saying here? I am saying here about the cyclostomes are marine. It means what? They are live in marine. But here, but migrate for for spawning. You know the spawning? बच्चे को जन्म देने के लिए spawning. Where it come? For spawning to fresh water. Where it came? Fresh water. See, this one is very interesting line that what I'm writing here. Cyclostomes are basically are marine, but they migrate for spawning where? To fresh water. And then after, see, after spawning, यानी बच्चे को जन्म देने के बाद, after spawning, within a few days, they die. Within a few days, what? They die. Okay, what a life cycle. See, they die. Now, then after their larva, then after what I'm saying, their larva, after metamorphosis, converted into larva into adult, that very process is called metamorphosis. After what I'm saying here, after metamorphosis, return to the ocean. What an interesting story here. Return to where? Return to the ocean, or you say the ocean. What I'm saying? Return to where, my dear? Ocean. Okay. Yes, ocean. Clear? See, what a fantastic story. See, cyclostomes are marine. We all know that. They but migrate for spawning. Where? To fresh water. But after spawning, what you know? After spawning, within a few days, they die. And then after their larva, after metamorphosis, that is changed into adult, return back to the ocean, my dear. So see, here I am just giving you some flow chart that how you remember this one. Okay. Mainly see the example of petromyzone. You have shown here the name petromyzone. Petromyzone. P-E-T-R-O. Petromyzone. Yes, petromyzone. This petromyzone is what? This petromyzone live where? This petromyzone live where? In a sea, or you say the marine water. It live where? In a marine water. And marine water. And then after, see what I am telling here. Then after it move. Where it move? It moves where, my dear? Fresh water. See what I'm making here? Here the water is what? This one is what I'm saying? Fresh water. See, this petromyzone moves where? Fresh water. Forward. Forward. spawning. For what? Spawning. What did he say? For spawning. Move here. This pathogen move here in fresh water for spawning. Correct, sir? After that, when they die, the spawning what? Uh, After spawning, see what I'm writing here. Here, come for what? Spawning. What I'm writing here is spawning. After spawning, see here. After spawning, okay. After spawning, see what I'm saying here. Hatching. Hatching from where? Hemocytes larva. See what I'm telling you about here. Hatching from where? Hemocytes. Hemocytes. Hemocytes larva. It's hatching from where? Hemocytes larva, and after that they convert into what? Adult. And this adult return back where? They return back where? In a marine water. Where it return back? That is what? Marine water. This one is what? This one is what? Marine water. This one is marine water. And this one is what? Fresh water medium. Correct? Correct. So in this way. So see. Fresh water. Here the larva goes into where? Marine water. And for spawning, where it come? It again come in where? In fresh water. So this one is the cycle. See, this one is the cycle of petromyzon, that is lamprey. That is what? Petromyzon, also you say what? Lamprey. Lamprey. What I was writing here? Lamprey. Getting this one thing. So what a fantastic life journey of cyclostomes of example, that is what? Petromyzon. So generally petromyzon is what? Marine, but they migrate for spawning to fresh water. After spawning, within a few days they die. Here they die. Yes, here they die. Here they what? Die. Okay. So after that, the larva came into, which one die? Petromyzon will die, not larva. After that, the larva that is hatching from aminocytes and convert into the adult, that is known as what? Metamorphosis, and return back to their what? Marine water. Correct? Correct. So see what the example is here. Your example is very fantastic. Your example, petromyzon. One is what? Petromyzon. Petromyzon. ZON. Petromyzon. That is also called lamprey. Lamprey. And second one is what? Myxine. Let me hear the name of myxine. Yes, that is hagfish. That is what? Hagfish. Right here. Hagfish. Hag. Yes. Correct? Correct. This thing is clear? This thing is clear, my dear? Tell me first. Okay. Okay. Now, see. Now see. Here, what I am telling about the cyclostomes. Here I am telling about what? The cyclostomes. So cyclostomes, the thing is clear, dear? Yes or no? Tell me first. Yes. Here, the basic thing. Now, we have to be know here that what? After this one thing. See. Phylum Chordata divided into 3 subphyla. See the NCERT line also. See the NCERT line also, my dear. Here the phylum Chordata chordata divided into what? 3 urochordata, or you say the tunicata. Correct? Yes, this one is tunicata. Remember this one thing. When I'm giving you the open circulatory system, anthe, yes, cephalochordata, and what? Vertebrata, right? Subphylum Urochordata and Cephalochordata are often referred to as protochordata. Yes, and if I am saying that this one is what? Protochordates, and are exclusively what? Marine. In Urochordata, notochord is present only in the larval tail. Just I tell. While in Cephalochordata, it extend from where? It extend from head to tail. Reason clear? It persists throughout their life. Example is here, Urochordata is what? Ascidia, Salpa. See, this one is the figure of Ascletia. Okay, Ascidia. This is an example of Ascidia. This is the figure of Ascidia. Doliolum, Cephalochordata, Branchiostoma, Amphioxus, and what? Lancelet. Amphioxus, or you say what? Lancelet. Correct? Now see. Now see what I'm telling to you. I'm to telling you, my dear, what the things that is very important to know, that what the classes of the cyclostomes, just here clear. Okay. Now, yeah, if I'm saying that the gill slits, about the what? Gill slits. Basically in Pisces, gill slits are separate. Gill slits are what? Separate, my dear. So if I'm saying here that the gill slits are separates, and without operculum, without what I'm saying, operculum, it means what? Gills cover. Gills cover. Clear? So see, here the skin is tough. The skin is what? The skin is tough, my dear. Okay, so here I'm saying what? The skin is tough, containing what? Containing minute palacloid scales. What I'm saying? Minute palacoid. You know the meaning of palacoid? See, with the help of diagram, just I show you what the palacoid skulls. Palacoid skulls. See, here the diagram I'm going to make. Here the diagram I'm going to make. See, this one, the structure. Basically, this one is the structure of what? Palacoid. See, this one thing. Okay. This one is the palacoid like structure. This one is what? Palacoid. This one is what? Palacoid. So palacoid skulls, if I'm saying here, this one is the palacoid skulls, and this one is what? Mouth. This one type mouth is here. This one is ventral mouth. This type of mouth is here, dear. Ventral. Correct? Now see. So the skin is tough, containing minute palacoid skulls. See here. Yes, palacoid skulls. Correct? This one is the teeth. Teeth is modified. Teeth is modified into what? Palacoid skulls. Here. Now see. Here, which are backwardly directed. Teeth are modified into palacoid skulls. Minute skulls is it. The skin is tough, containing minute palacoid skulls. Okay. Okay. Now, see about the teeth. The teeth is which one type? The teeth are modified Modified means what? Change. The teeth are what? Modified into which one? Which one? Palacoid scales, my dear. Palacoid scales, which are backwardly directed. Which are what I'm saying? Backwardly directed. See, this one is what? Backwardly directed way. Correct? Now, the thing is very important to know that what? The skulls which are what? Backwardly directed. Teeth are modified into palacoid skulls, which is backwardly directed here. See, this one is the teeth. Now the question is here, the gill slits are separate, yes, without operculum. So if here I am saying that without operculum, it means what? The gills cover is not present there. Now the thing is to be remember that what? Due to absence of ear bladder, due to what I'm saying? Absence of due to absence of what? Ear bladder, they have what? To swim. But if they have the presence of air bladder, they doesn't swim. The absence of air bladder, they have to what? Swim constantly. They have to what? Swim constantly. Constantly means what? Regular basis. Regular basis. If they doesn't swim, then what? They sink. So due to the absence of air bladder, they have to swim constantly. Swim constantly. And if they stop swimming, they sink down. Okay, so that's why I'm saying they have to swim constantly to avoid sinking. I'm writing here to avoid sinking. डूबने से बचना है तो तैरते रहना है, सही है. जो लोग तैरेंगे नहीं ऐसे भी डूब जाएंगे. So if you want to be not to sink, so you have to be continuously what? Swimming, right? So in this one also. Now see what the heart is here. Heart, if anybody can ask you about the heart, then what is say? Heart is here is what? Heart is ventral. Heart is how many chambered here? Heart is what? Two chambered. Two chambered, my dear. You know which one? Two chambered, one auricle and one ventricle. One auricle, and what I'm saying? One ventricle, my dear. Correct? Correct. Okay. See. Correct? Yes. So here I am telling you about all the what? Which one classification? See, classification of chordates, that is protochordata. Clear? That is urochordata and cephalochordata. Right? Clear? So, my dear, in next part, I will tell you about the all other classes, okay, of phylum chordata. So this one is very important to understand here that the phylum chordata, which are they? Okay. So in next part we further last, that is part 10th part, because all the classes here to be concise, that is so difficult, not to be easy to concise here in this one part only. So in next part we concise all other classes, super classes, nature and everything, my dear. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you.